Greetings, YouTube. Back again. A little bit out of order, but they're titled correctly. Chapter 9, Prison Affairs. We're on Chapter 9. He Wants to Marry Me. We're at January 2004. The first 9-page letter I received after the new year was from Darnell. Okay, let me get my glasses on. Should have been prepared. I can see better outside. It's the lighting. The lighting. Okay. Chapter 9. He Wants to Marry Me. Darnell writes, "Hey, Mama. It's Christmas Day and I just got from the chow hall. You already know they gave me a bullshit meal. I wish it was something you cooked, but it's all good, baby. I've been putting up with shit for 8 years now. But I know soon I will be at our house enjoying a good meal and enjoying a whole lot of other stuff. Did you like the card I had made for you? I hope you did. Christmas and birthdays are really the worst times of year for me. It's really depressing. Usually I don't do nothing but stay in my bed and chill. I try to sleep the day away. But this time I said fuck it. I'm going to write Mama a letter. I promise you next year we will be cuddled up somewhere under the mistletoe. I can't wait for 12 o'clock to hit so me, you, and the rest of the family can open up presents. We both open up nice presents from each other and I tell you, baby, I love you and I don't ever want to leave you, and a small tear falls from your eye. When I see that, tears start to fall from my eyes, and I thank you, and I say thank you, Jesus, for blessing me with this queen. I finally found a lady I want to spend the rest of my life with. After that, I give you a small kiss on your lips, passionate, but not too freaky, because everyone is around opening presents. We watch them open presents, and then I see you yawn. Only you and I know what that means. You say you have to get up early to finish cooking, and I say I need to get up my damn self. We tell everybody Merry Christmas, and as soon as you lock the bedroom door, you attack me like you are trying to rape me. You rip a $100 shirt off me like it ain't nothing. You start to kiss me like there's no tomorrow, and I'm loving it." Darnell's story was so sweet. He let his freaky imagination run free with this scenario through 3 pages. I am going to ask you to let yours run free to finish it. I read part of the letter to my children, and they said, "Aww," mocking Darnell's fantasy and me for how much I enjoyed it. I eagerly looked forward to meeting him. Being that he was over 300 miles away, TDC rules states that I could request a special visit, whereas I could visit for 2 hours, 2 days, or 4 hours in 1 day. I chose the latter. I was prepared to visit Tyrone the next day. I actually looked forward to the drive. That was my me time. Once I reached my destination, it would be my me time. Once I reached my destination, that would be our we time. I was excited to finally get to see what Darnell looked like in person and sounded like. I had asked Darnell to please refrain from using such harsh language in my presence. His references to the COs and other women as bitches gave me chills. He said he would comply. After following the usual routine to see a state of Texas inmate, I sat waiting for Darnell to appear. The first thing I noticed when he came out was how tall he is. As he sat facing me, I realized he was not what I expected. I was sure he would come across hard and somewhat harsh. I was thinking, this is somebody's baby. No, this is my baby. He looked so innocent. To my delight, his clothes were clean and pressed, and he had a fresh haircut. I love to see males with a fresh haircut. Darnell was very happy to see me. We talked about the fights he was in when he first got locked up because I was worried about him being around hardened criminals. He assured me that he could hold his own, and he did. Moreover, it was simply a matter of minding your business and showing no fear. Repeatedly, he wished he could be on the other side of the glass with me. I told him for our sake it was best that he was not. We did not need to do anything to get him a ticket. If he got rolled up, it could jeopardize his chance for parole. He just wanted to touch, hold, and kiss me. However, that was against the rules, even if we had a contact visit. Darnell said the rule states inmates could greet their family with hugs and kisses for no more than 60 seconds at the beginning and ending of a visit. I quietly sang "No One Else" by Toto, and Darnell looked as if he wanted to cry. Moments later, he looked at me and said, "Baby, will you marry me?" I paused for a minute thinking, But when I opened my mouth, I said yes. He knew about Tyrone and me planning to marry while he was on lock and asked if we could marry by proxy. I said, I was not marrying him while he was on lock. He was coming up for parole in a matter of weeks, and we could marry when he came home if he felt the same way. Until then, we would be engaged while we got to know each other better. He could accept that, but knew nothing would change the way he felt about me. I hesitated with Darnell for several reasons. For one, I was not over Tyrone. Secondly, this was crazy. Thirdly, Darnell's IQ seemed below average, and he had difficulty expressing himself verbally. I attribute my perception of him to his inability to comprehend quickly and lack of experience. However, his thoughts were expressions from his heart, and I found the words he wrote irresistible. He wanted so much to be with me, which prompted me to give myself to him. What woman wouldn't want a man so devoted to her? When I thought about Darnell's love for me, I thought about what my uncle, who was also my pastor, told me when I was coming out of a bad relationship. He said, "Daughter, never marry a man whom you love. Marry a man who loves you." He made me understand that it was good to be in love, but better if I thought the man loved me more. After our visit, Darnell wrote, "What's happening, Mama? I gotta say, baby, that you've been on my mind. Ever since our visit, I've been on cloud 9. You got a brother out there for real. Your pictures do wonders for me, but when I saw my queen in person, it fucked me all up, baby. Mama, I am madly in love with you. I can't wait to get out there and start my life with you, baby. The only thing holding us back is this penitentiary, and I hope like hell they let me go. I'm like a fiend waiting on a fix. That's how much I need you, baby. You are my water, food, dope, and drink. I gotta have you. I could look in your eyes all day. Looking into your eyes, watching you watch me had me out there. I just wanted to break the glass. I love you, Mama. I must have told you that 50 times at our visit. That's all I could think of. I love this woman so much. I don't want to lose you, baby. A queen like you is hard to find. There will never be another like you. If I lose you, I will be searching forever. I just hope you don't think less of me now that we met. That was the best visit I ever had. What topped it off is when you sang to me. You had a nigga straight tripping, baby. You sounded so good. I was feeling every word of it, baby. I wanted to kiss you so bad after you sang to me. You had my eyes and mouth watery. And I know you seen it too. Baby, you got something. I believe you can make money singing. Your voice is beautiful. When I get out there, we need to see about getting you into somebody's studio. If you ain't down with that, I can be your one-man audience. You can always sing to Daddy. I'll clap, give you a standing ovation, bow, and everything. Mama, I like everything about you. You are just so real. I enjoy being around you so much, it's unreal. Mama, you are so sexy to me. You turn me on so much, baby. My eyes got watery a couple of times. When you said you love me, that was music to my ears. That's the kind of stuff that makes a brother feel good. When the woman you love loves you back, that's some player shit, baby. I wish I could have recorded you. I wonder if you mean it and if you feel the way I feel. If you do, you are feeling some strong shit. You should have gotten your birthday present by now. I hope you like it. You can hang it on the wall with the others. And remember, Mama, you are my queen, and I love you like no other from the bottom of my heart. It's all about you, Mama. I can't wait to have you as my wife. We're going to have to pass the nearest courthouse when you pick me up from the walls in Huntsville. I want it official. Mr. and Mrs. Darnell. After I left my visit with Darnell, I drove to the town where Tyrone was being held. I checked into a hotel to relax before tomorrow's visit. I had to prepare myself. I knew Tyrone was going to think I had lost my mind. Trying to explain to him what was going on with me was not going to be easy. Shit, I couldn't explain it to myself. I still loved and cared for him, so the least I could do was face him. After our visit, Tyrone wrote, "Chill out, Pablo. Let me finish this chapter. Hello, you. How's life treating you, dear one? I pray your trip was safe and you returned home with no scars. The last thing I want to do is hurt the love of my life. It was all in your eyes that you were really shook up over two men that you have crazy feelings for. I can't say if it's right or wrong. Only you know what's wrong or right for you. I will forever feel the same. I will never try to fake it with you, boo. It hurts, but I honestly know your heart will forever be mine. You can meet and see hundreds of men, and our love will always be. But you are going to have to accept me having outside friends as well. I hope you don't expect for me to place my love on lockdown until you love all over again. I will always be with you, Christine, 110%, but I will never be unimportant in our lives. I truly believe that you and I will be together after it is all said and done. I want to know that my love belongs to a woman who loves me unconditionally, without any ifs, ands, or buts. And I promise that I will and can be a good man, the man to lift you up high and place a beautiful smile on your face. I love you, Christine, and out of all the bull you put me through is not enough to run me off. The only way I will go away is if you push or force me away, Buki. I came up with a major idea to send you some money to come visit me. I need to see my baby's pretty face. I love loving you, girl. The more that you think I don't love you, it only makes me love you more and more. If loving you is wrong, I don't want to be right. If I can't see you when I want, I'll see you when I can. Big hugs and kisses, Tyrone." When my letters arrived from Tyrone, they were addressed with my real name. He told me he would set me free and return my heart as I had requested. I felt bad. I still loved him, but I could not force myself to believe him. I wanted to, but I didn't. Consequently, my focus was on Darnell and his upcoming parole. When I heard from him again, this is what he wrote. "Guess what, baby? Daddy went to see parole today. They brought me up a month early. Shit looking good, baby. The lady I talked to was pretty cool. I told the lady I was going to parole to my mother's house. I told her about you and the halfway house, but she wants it in writing. She said, people say they will accept you, but when they let you out, there is no room. So have the lady write something saying it's okay for me to stay there. If not, I'm going to have to go to my mom's house for a while until I can transfer to Houston. I need you to get on top of this now, baby. I'm trying to make this effort to be with you because I love you and I want to be with you. I won't be right if I can't be with you. She said it's a good chance of me going home because I've been staying out of trouble and I don't have any other convictions with the law. She said they just passed a law in January saying that they can't set you off on a drug case for no more than 1 year. Robberies and murders and stuff like that, they can set you off for 5 years. So if they set me off, I won't have to wait forever to come back up for parole. But I ain't even thinking like that. I'm thinking about raising up out of here. And baby, write that letter that you was talking about writing to the board. I will give it to the lady I seen yesterday. Man, Mama, I feel good today. I just hope they let me go home. It's been a long time coming. And Mama, please don't do no tripping when I want to go back and forth to Dallas to see my family. Don't get jealous because I'm chilling with my folks. I haven't seen them in a while and we got a lot of catching up to do. I'm going to be with you 98% of my time out there, so don't trip, baby. Daddy coming back to you. I keep hearing about a lot of guys got sent back to prison because of their girlfriends. Don't go telling these people I hit you and I ain't never hit you. I plan to treat you like a queen. My love is going to keep coming with you. Ain't no one-hitter quitter. Mama, you better get ready because Daddy coming home. It won't be no more than 6 months if I make it. I need your phone number in case the parole lady wants to call you. The Lord has been looking over me, baby. First, he brought me you. Now he's going to let me out of this penitentiary. Hopefully. After I received Darnell's letter, I began writing a letter to the parole board in support of his release. Time is getting short, y'all, so if it cut off, I'll pick back up in part 2. I did research online about what a support letter should entail because I did not have a clue and wanted to make sure my letter was impressive. Darnell had no parole packet or support letters from his family, so my support letter would have to suffice. A parole packet would have all kinds of information about his past that I did not have, i.e., bio, photos, recommendations, job leads, home plan, etc. I began expressing my wholehearted support for Darnell's release, mentioning where he was, how many years he had been there, and for what. It was my hope parole would be granted. I talked about how and what he was doing now and any tickets from the past. I gave my opinion of him since I knew him. Darnell wanted me to pretend we knew each other from the past, but that was a lie, plain and simple. I preferred the truth. I talked about my willingness and ability to support him if he was released. I gave a description of myself and included information as to what resources were available to him through me. Finally, it was my sincere hope that the board would find the length of time congruent with the severity of his offense and allow him to begin his life as a productive member of society. I talked about finding a halfway house where he could reside and mentioned job prospects. I told them how I could be reached, thanked them in advance, and look forward to hearing from them. I used words like kind, considerate, and understanding to describe Darnell. I said please and thank you. I prayed over the letter and went back a day later to look at it. You always find mistakes later. I made sure to pay attention to spelling and grammatical errors. It couldn't hurt. This was his second time before them, and it was time for him to come home. I sent Darnell the letter to review, and yes, he caught the same mistake I had. I wrote Darnell's name and Tyrone's location. I read the letter several times, but did not catch the mistake until after I had sent it to Darnell. I knew he was going to trip. When he replied, this is what he wrote. I got your letter last night with the parole stuff in it. Thanks for taking care of that for me, baby. I love you, Mama, from the bottom of my heart. But I want to tell you that there's a change that needs to be made on it before I give it to them folks. Mama, I ain't on that unit. You got me mixed up with that other nigga. But I ain't tripping. I know it was a mistake. He'll be off your mind one of these days. I gotta erase all that from your mind for good. I'm glad you didn't put his name on there. I'm just fucking with you, baby. I apologize for my mistake, although it was an honest mistake. When I would talk to the kids about Darnell, I would unconsciously say Tyrone. Darnell said he would not rub it in, but it did mess with him. I corrected the letter before submission, and the wait was on. Back in December, a woman called my job seeking assistance for a young man who was a resident in the halfway house she owned. I found it ironic to receive her phone call around the same time. Darnell was talking about moving to Houston. I wrote her phone number down to contact her if Darnell was granted parole. I later learned that she was co-owner. Her counterpart, Alberto, would handle any paperwork. So I contacted Alberto and asked him to submit a letter stating Darnell would be accepted and a bed would be made available upon his release. He complied. Darnell continued writing 6 to 8 page letters every week, sometimes more. I would type 5 2-page letters a week or something like that. He was feeling good thinking about the prospect of going home. He talked about going to football games with the kids and I, candlelight dinners, and watching all the movies he had not seen since being locked up. And of course, he mentioned treating me like a queen. He wanted my girlfriends to be jealous of how good he was to and for me. He also wanted to make me forget about Tyrone. The following is from one of the letters I received while we waited for an answer from the parole board. I like that you are being real with me and coming to me correct about Tyrone. I see that he had a spell on you and it is not fully broken all the way yet. The brother must have had a way with words to have you out there like that. I don't like the way the guy was taking advantage of you. He seemed that you were naive to some of the penitentiary games that these niggas be trying to run in here. I know a bunch of niggas in here that they be doing the same shit, preying on women. They see one sign of weakness and they got you. They got a lot of time and they use pen pals for their prey. Half of this shit they put on there is not true at all. I know some niggas put somebody else's picture on their ad. One nigga got a pretty white boy on his ad, and he told him like Tyrone told you that he was coming home in 20 months. You can get had real easy fucking with these niggas. They already locked up, so you can't do nothing to them about it. They live to go to commissary and will do whatever it takes to go. They got some niggas in here that will cut a nigga head off for a 25-cent ramen noodle. I could have said some fake shit in my ad too, but I decided to come real, and maybe somebody would like me for who I am. Cha-ching! I hit the jackpot with you, Mama. Someone I could come real with at all times. I don't have to be nothing I'm not. With you, I have someone I can talk to about anything. Everything about you is real, baby. I love you for who you are, a real lady, not a little girl that is fake. You make me feel so good when I read your letters. I just want to cry at times. I almost cried at our visit looking into your eyes. Mama, you mean so much to me, and I want you to be a part of my life. On your letter to Tyrone, it was something you said, and I don't like. That part about not marrying a man you love, I don't know what's that telling me, but I do love you, Mama, and I expect the same from you. I hope I'm not setting myself up for heartbreak. I'm taking a big step trying to get paroled to Houston. Baby, I want so much to make this relationship work out for us. I hope what you had with Tyrone is officially over. I don't want to get out there and be doing everything I can to make you happy for you to go to work and right Tyrone. I'm not the jealous type, but I like to feel sacred with my woman, knowing there is not a worry in the world that my lady is fucking over me. You told me you like attention, and I plan on giving you all my attention. The question is my attention enough? And that freaky letter you wrote me had me all the way out there. My dick was hard as steel the whole letter. I was crunk before I even opened it. Whatever perfume you sprayed on there was the bomb, baby. That shit smelled gooder than a motherfucker. I just can't imagine myself licking all that perfume. I can just imagine myself licking all that perfume off you. Now let me finish our tub scene. Thanks for the songs. Darnell was even freakier than I was with pen and paper. We both knew some of the things we wrote when it came to sex was just fantasy, but when we talked about our future on a day-to-day basis, we were serious. The following is from one of his 8-page letters. Can you get me a list of the halfway house rules? I don't know about this halfway house. I thought the state paid for them. What's going to happen if I don't get a job or stop working for some reason? Will they kick me out? I got to pay them folks before I can even get on my feet. I know if I stay with my folks, I could stack some paper, but fuck that. I want to start my life with you, baby. I want to be around you as much as possible. I just don't want to jump out there and be struggling real bad. It's a good thing they don't pick up mail on Monday. I got your letter last night with the guidelines in it. When I say soulmate, baby, that's the type of shit I be talking about. It's like you know what I'm thinking all the time. I love that type of shit, baby. That's why I'm going to marry your ass. Everybody in my family gonna be mad when they find out I'm going to Houston, but it's still up to the parole people. They have both addresses. Would you trip if they make me parole to my mom's or dad's house after all? At least I'll be out there, and you can come visit me as much as possible. I hope I have a cool parole officer, and then I can come see you a lot. I'm ready to keep that smile I like to see on your face. Mama, you can never go wrong with me. At night, I can't even sleep. I be thinking about you so much. During the day, I be daydreaming about you on a regular basis. Nothing in the world is going to hold me back from you. You are my baby, and no one is going to take you away from me. We are going to make things happen, baby. Have patience with me until I get adjusted to the free world, Mama. Everything will be greater later. You got me so hyped up about being with you, it's unreal. You are my medicine, my soul, my heart, my love, my spirit, my friend, my lover, my everything. Daddy gonna always love Mama, no matter what. I cut for the rest of the Christmas pictures, too. Y'all look like such a happy family. Did you tell the kids I might be out there soon? I hope they accept me being with you and I don't mess things up for y'all. I just hope everybody accept me for me. It may take a minute to build chemistry with everyone, but I feel all will be good in the end. When you pick me up, we need to stop in Dallas so you can meet my family. We can stay at my mom's or a hotel. I hope that you and my mom hit it off with each other. Can you call her and just ask her how she is doing? I don't know what's been up with her lately. She is all right once you get to know her. My dad knows about you, but I don't know if she knows about you. Tell her about the parole stuff, baby. Her name is Diana, and this is her number. I'm gonna holler at you, baby, and you already know I love you. Smooches back to you, Daddy. All right, that's the chapter. Made it through a whole chapter. Yeah. Now, the next chapter is what y'all niggas doing, chapter 10. We're going to see y'all in chapter 10. Smooches.